What is up, Packer fans, football fans out there watching and listening? Guys, what is up? The Green Bay Packers come up with a huge win on the road at Detroit on Thanksgiving, 29-22 win. I am super pumped. And in this video, guys, we're going to talk about Packers getting some good news after this thrilling victory, guys. But before we get into all of that, take a second to subscribe. Okay, so let's get into it. What is the good news of the Packers victory here? And it has to do with coaching and game planning. Okay, so Packers are certainly trending in the right direction, which is fantastic news for us as Packer fans and fantastic news for the Packer organization. But it starts with game planning and coaching, right? So all areas of concern and all areas that were lacking early on in the season. And I'm not talking Joe Barry, although Joe Barry's crew did a fantastic job. I still want Joe Barry gone, but I do have to give Joe Barry a little bit of props that he kept sending the house. He did keep putting pressure on Jared Goff and company, but that's enough of Joe Barry because I still want Joe Barry gone. But let's talk about offensive line coach Luke Butkus and how he was able to game plan this game, a short week versus Aiden Hutchinson, a dude that is just an absolute stud for the Detroit Lions, a guy that absolutely killed the Packers when they met earlier in the year when they lose 34-20 in that game. But Aiden Hutchinson was all over their offensive line and on Jordan Love in the backfield and all of that. So let's take a look. What did they do different? And they learned from their mistakes, which is fantastic news for us as Packer fans because we know that they are trending in the right direction. So let's take a look at a breakdown of just how they were able to keep Hutch out of the backfield.
Let's watch the meticulous game planning by the Packers on a short week. Jordan Love weighs the rookie Tucker Kraft in motion. That's the Lions' best player, 97, Aiden Hutchinson. Kraft is going to hit Hutch first. Then they pull the center, Josh Myers, out. And after he gets done with them, then Myers hits him. And then after A.J. Dillon takes the play action fake, he goes and he hits Hutch. They were not going to let Hutch destroy or ruin this offense today.
Absolutely love it. And they did not allow that to happen. They keep Hutch out of the backfield all day, really. I mean, they did a fantastic job. Okay, so what's the other great piece of, or what's the other good news that the Packers have and in regards to coaching and trending in the right direction? It was Matt LaFleur's game plan. Okay, so Matt LaFleur had a brilliant game plan coming into this game. So much so, right, to where he called that first play earlier in the week. They're like, you know what? He's like, we are going to go deep to Watson. And then he started having second thoughts. So let's take a look at a quote that he had post game regarding that play call to start the game, really, which set the trend for the entire game. So he said, okay, so it all began with a 53-yarder to Watson on a play in which LaFleur actually had second thoughts about calling before talking to Jordan Love. I almost changed the first play call, LaFleur said. I was kind of mulling it over quite a bit. I texted Jordan this morning, meaning yesterday morning, and told him I was going to change it to something else. And he said he wanted this call. So I said, okay, let's do it. I love that, you know, that they're communicating as much as they are. And that we're seeing just the trust that Matt LaFleur is starting to develop in Jordan Love. And then he's like, hey, listen, man, it's your call. So I'm going to trust you on this. And they end up going with it. But ultimately, it comes down to Matt LaFleur trusting Jordan Love. So we are starting to see the right trends in the right direction. So Matt LaFleur coming into this game, right? The Packers had scored just 20 or fewer points in 7 of their 10 games, right? They scored 20 in the first quarter versus this Lions team, and one of them was a defensive touchdown. So all things to get super excited about if you are a Packer fan. So what's the other thing that was just a huge standout in this game? It was the play of Jordan Love, and we just talked about the trust that Matt LaFleur is having in Jordan Love. Jordan Love over his last 2 games, He's passed his passer completion percentage is 68%. He's 49 of 72. He's thrown for nearly 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. And here's the thing, no picks, right? No interceptions. So now he's at 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He was looking like he was just getting antsy in the pocket for a while there, but now he's settling down. He's getting more comfortable into this offense. We knew that we were going to see, that hopefully happen at some point. And now we're starting to see that happen with Jordan Love. And, and who is he able to connect with? Another guy that, we had a lot of question marks about. Is this guy the number one receiver for the Green Bay Packers? He looked like it yesterday. Christian Watson finally freaking showed up for the Green Bay Packers. If you remember on that first play call, right, it was an underthrown ball, but Christian Watson comes back and he just jumps up and snags the ball out of the air. He was able to do that later on also in the game for a touchdown catch. Dude, I am super excited for what I'm seeing out of the Green Bay Packers. I'm sure you all are too, guys. Leave your comments. Let me know. But great news, right? And we didn't know all of this play calling and game planning and game scheming that, until post game. So I am super excited that the Packers are trending in the right direction. Guys, leave your comments. Packers are finally in the hunt. They're in the hunt. I didn't think we would be saying this, but they're in the hunt, the playoff hunt, right? So super excited, guys. Go Packers.